so nice to see you. So if you could just kick off with an introduction to the film and what audiences can expect.
The Wonder is an unnerving story of an English nurse in Ireland in 1862 who's been assigned a weird job of supervising this girl to see if she's in fact, as she claims, not eating. So it's an amazing kind of culture clash, I suppose, and character drama, but with kind of overtones of the spiritual and supernatural as well. And one thing I love about it is that it touches on so many different genres and it doesn't follow the conventions of any one of them.
And how did you feel when, the idea of making this into a film, working with Sebastian, came to you?
I always had a feeling this book could be a film, and because I'd had such a great experience making Room, I thought, let's try and make this happen. So Ed Guiney, the producer, had worked with me on Room before. Tessa Ross, the other producer, had been involved in the early stages with Room, so I knew I could trust them. And the brand new element was Sebastian Lelio, and it's been such a pleasure working with him. He's just one of the cleverest people I've ever met.
He seems to be so good at kind of handling female characters, female experience, and then eliciting such fabulous performances from an amazing cast, in particular Florence.
Well, it's interesting. There's a big feature in The Guardian where various actors talk about having worked with him, and a lot of these women say he doesn't see us as just women, he doesn't see us in a gendered way, he just allows us to be full human beings. I think that's probably the trick of it. You never have a feeling with him that he's waiting for the men to really take control of the story, and he's utterly respectful and gentle to work with. Never a moment of kind of tyranny or bossiness, and so he works really well with children as well.
And what do you think it is that makes Florence so special, and the way she plays off against Keela and Neve, they all just work so well together?
She's extremely intelligent. There are scenes in the film where she's just eating, and yet you can see her mind at work, sort of as her jaw works. You can see her stop to think about things. So it's, I don't know how she gets all that out of eating a bowl of soup,
And what do you think people will take away? I mean, I guess there's elements there of the collective trauma the island suffered in the wake of the famine, stuff about women's bodies, the patriarchy. There's a lot to unpick.
Absolutely. So one thing I love is that when you write a historical story, it can say an awful lot about today, but in an indirect way. So yeah, I think this is very much a smash the patriarchy film, but in a way which is true to the 19th century, and it's realistic about how women live their lives. There are amazing moments in the story, I'd say, where Elaine Cassidy, playing the girl's mother, and Florence Pugh, they're antagonistic, they're enemies, and yet they have these moments of recognizing each other's pain, which are just extraordinary.
And can you quickly tell us what you're working on next?
I'm working on a novel about Anne Lister, who's known to many people from the BBC HBO series. I've written a novel about her first love affair at 14. That'll be out next year.
Fantastic. It was so lovely to chat to you again. Enjoy the evening. Thank you. Cheers.